Hello student, myself Digant Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 15, our environment. Dear student, last time we learned about the food web and food chain. Today we are going to learn the flow of energy. So flow of energy started from the sun, then it will enter into the producer. Producer is called the autotrophs. After autotroph, the consumer come. Consumer, in that we can say that it is the herbivorous animal. After that herbivorous animal, energy is transferred to the carnivorous, primary carnivorous, and primary carnivorous to it is going to the secondary carnivorous. Okay, like that the flow of energy take place, and that we can understand by the trophic level. So as we are going bottom to up, okay, sun to the secondary carnivorous animal or organism, then what happen? Energy is decreasing. Okay, flow of energy. Energy is used and conveyed from one trophic level to another in a food chain. This is called the flow of energy. So it is going to different trophic level, like producer to the herbivorous, herbivorous to carnivorous. That is called the flow of energy. Green plants capture about 1% of solar energy incident on the earth through the biochemical process called photosynthesis. Okay, so only 1% light energy is absorbed by the plant, okay, to convert, to carry out the photosynthesis reaction. Most of the light energy is reflected back in the universe. Okay, so it is advisable that we should use more solar panel. Okay, so by using the solar panel we can produce more and more electricity, because most of the light energy again going into the universe. A part of this trapped energy used by the plant in the performing their metabolical activities, and some energy is released as a heat into the atmosphere. Okay, so some amount of energy is used in the metabolic activities, and some energy is released as a heat into the atmosphere by the plant. The remaining energy is chemical energy stored in plant as a carbohydrate. So remaining energy is stored as a carbohydrate. How carbohydrate? By the photosynthesis reaction. Carbohydrate means the compound which are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So many book in that carbohydrate, instead of that sugar is also there. Sugar means what happen? It is a carbohydrate only. What sugar we are using? That is what? Sucrose. Okay. Somewhere saccharide words are also there. Polysaccharides, saccharides. Okay. When plants are eaten up by the herbivorous, the chemical energy stored in plant is transferred to this animal. So we know that herbivorous animals are those animals are there which are depend on the plant. Okay, so herbivorous animal, when they eat the plant, after that whatever chemical energy of the sunlight are there in the form of glucose, they are going into the animal, herbivorous animal. Herbivores utilize some of this energy for the metabolic activity, some energy released as a heat, and the remaining energy is stored. Okay, so herbivores also do the same thing like plant are doing. Okay, some energy is used up in the metabolic activity, some or metabolic reaction, some energy released as the heat, and some energy is stored in the body. The process of energy transfer repeated with the carnivorous. Okay, so same thing is happen in the carnivorous. Carnivorous again they depend upon the herbivorous. Okay, again the energy is converted, whatever the chemical energy are there in the herbivorous, that is again converted into the different form in the carnivorous. Okay, so like that the flow of energy take place in the trophic level. Balance in the ecosystem. Dear student, we can take so many example of the balance of ecosystem. Every animals are important for us. Okay, understand, because on one animal different animals are depend, so that food chain and food web play major role to maintain the ecosystem and the environment. There is a delicate balance in the ecosystem as far as number of organism at a particular trophic level is concerned. Okay, so every animal play major role in the food chain. Okay, an increase or decrease in the population of any organism can disturb this balance. So if any organisms are there, any animals are there, their population increase, okay, then it can decrease, it can unbalance the ecosystem and environment. Example, if all deer killed, then no existence of lion. Okay, it is not just example is given. If the all deer are died or killed, okay, Then what about the lion? Different animals are also there which are depend on the deer. This would endanger the existence of lions. After that, what happened? Food chain is disturbed, so total food web is disturbed. Okay. If all lion die in jungle, the population of the deer would increase. Same way, opposite, we can say that again, that if the all lions are died, then what happened? Population of deers are increased, and maybe it enter into the human area, destroy the different type of crop. Okay, like that we can take the so many example of other animal also. Okay, this will finish off all the green plants. So whenever the number of deers are increases, we know that they are coming in the human area and they just try to consume the crops, so they can destroy the crops. Okay, dear student, we are going to learn about the biological magnification. Biological magnification means the unwanted compound, okay, they are accumulated in the body. Like we know that DDT, mercury, as well as pesticide, insecticides are indirectly going in our body. Okay, we will take one example. Unwantedly we are spraying so many where DDT. Okay, so this DDT is consumed by the cow. As cow consume it, so it is going in its milk. Okay, and that milk we use as a cooking process. Okay, in different recipe we use. So the amount of DDT is increasing in our body, and DDT is what? It is a carcinogenic. It produces a cancer in our body. Same way, so many pesticides, insecticides are going in our body, okay, indirectly. So this is called the biological magnification. Okay, so one by one we will learn. Biological magnification, we are actively using pesticide, DDT, mercury and other chemical this day for increasing our crop yield. Okay, so we use pesticide, insecticide, and as well as we use the mercury. Okay, so because of that reason, these all the products or all the compounds are going in the either in the soil or by the rainwater, they are going into the water. Okay, and ultimately it affects us either by the crop it come in our body or through the animals it come in our body if we are the non-vegetarian, or it will come through the milk in our body. Okay, when these crops or plants are consumed by the consumer, these chemicals end up accumulating in their body. So because of this reason, what happen? The particular compound like DDT is consumed in our body and it causes the cancer. Okay, as a human being occupy the top level in any food chain, the maximum concentration of this chemical gets accumulated in our body. We are on the top level of the food chain, and because of that reason, the all type by all the way, all the chemicals are accumulated in our body. Okay, dear student, one time in Japan, what happened? By mistake, the mercury is dropped into the water. Okay, and many fish occupy that or they consume the mercury, and because of that reason, the special type of disease is spread, and the name of the disease is given according to their place. So that disease is called the Minamata. Okay, so like that, so many diseases are there that is being spread because of what? The pesticide, insecticide, or by the DDT. This phenomena is known as a biological magnification. So unwanted or dangerous compound are accumulated in our body on the dangerous level, that is called the biological magnification. Dear student, man is such an animal who is try to disturb the environment. Okay, so famous scientist Stephen Hawking told that next 50 to 100 years it is not easy to survive because ultimately humans are destroying the environment, and it destroy for himself as well as other animal also. So we have major problems are there, that is acid rain. Nowadays whatever rain are there, that is acidic. Second, we have the ozone layer depletion. So many gases are there, they are going into the atmosphere. Okay, and it causes the greenhouse effect. Okay, so one by one we will learn all the type of effect or the problem created by the humans in the environment. Effect of human activities on the environment. The activities of the man have adverse effect on all the form of living organism in biosphere. Okay, so all the biosphere, that is the hydrosphere related with the water pollution, or it is the atmosphere related with the gas, or it is with the lithosphere related with the soil. So all the type of pollution is created by the human and science. Okay, and so it may create so many problems in the future. unlimited exploitation of the nature by the man disturb the delicate ecological balance living and non-living components. Why we can survive, dear student? Because of the there is a balance between the biotic components and abiotic component. Okay, now China developed so many things. They destroy the mountain, or they change the route of the river. Now what happened? Unwanted problems arise, okay, in the China, like that is, we can say that water flow, or the, okay, so many problems are arise, unwanted rain, okay, or earthquake. Okay, so this is all because of the what? Human activity. The unwanted nuclear explosion, okay, it causes the earthquake. Okay, the unfavorable condition created by man himself threaten the survival not only of man himself but other animal also, and because of that reason other animal also come in the problem. Okay, initially there was no problem. As science developed so many problems are started. Okay, some of the environment problems are depletion of ozone layer and disposal of waste. So main problem here what? Depletion of ozone layer. Now dear student, there is a one layer in the is called the ozone layer. It stops the UV rays from the sun. Now what is the problem of, or what are the problems created by the UV rays? Is when it fall, if the ozone layer is not there, then what happen? These UV rays fall on the skin and it causes the skin cancer, as well as it creates the cataract in the eye. Ozone layer depletion. Ozone is O3. O3 is a molecular formed by the 3 atoms of oxygen. Ozone is deadly poison compared to oxygen. Okay, so compared to oxygen, the ozone is a deadly poison, but it has a good characteristic that it absorbs the UV radiation. Oxygen is very useful in the aerobic respiration to get the energy. It seals the surface of the earth from the UV radiation from the sun. Okay, so main function is to absorb the UV radiation from the sun. The higher energy UV radiation split apart some molecular oxygen into free oxygen atom. These oxygen atom combine with free oxygen to form the ozone. So dear student, what happened initially? Because of the high energy, okay, UV rays are there that convert oxygen O2 into the free oxygen ONO, that is called free oxygen. Now this free oxygen again react with the O2 and they make the ozone. So like that ozone is formed, ozone formation take place. Okay, when the UV rays are fall on the ozone, then depletion is started. Okay, the ozone hole was first discovered in 1985 over the Antarctica. So on Antarctica first ozone hole was discovered. Ozone depletion. The thinning of the ozone layer is commonly called the depletion. So as the size of the ozone layer decreases, that is called the ozone layer depletion. The amount of ozone in the atmosphere began to drop sharply in 1980. So because of the use of chlorofluorocarbon as well as hydrofluorocarbon, the depletion of ozone is started in 1980s. It is because of the CFC, that is called chlorofluorocarbon, chlorine, fluorine and carbon, which are used as a refrigerant and in a fire extinguisher. Okay, they are responsible for the ozone layer depletion. So we use the AC, we use the refrigerator. Okay, in that as a coolant, chlorofluorocarbon are used. Okay, chlorofluorocarbon contain chlorine, fluorine and carbon containing compound or hydrofluorocarbon. Okay, they are used as a coolant, so they are also used as a fire extinguisher and to decrease the temperature, as well as methane CH4N2O also cause the destruction of ozone. So two gases are also responsible, that is methane CH4 and N2O. CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, produce active chlorine radicals in the presence of UV radiation. So why chlorofluorocarbon is more dangerous compared to other gases? Chlorofluorocarbon produce the free radical chlorine Cl and ClO. Okay, free radical means they contain the active electron. Okay, there are two type of ions are there. Positive ion, by losing of electron any atom is become a positive ion, by gaining the electron any atom become a negative ion. But free radical means what happen when the bonds are break down and they take the equal amount of electron, at that time free radicals are open, and free radicals are more reactive than the positive ion and the negative ion, and because of that reason Cl and ClO are becoming more reactive and it causes the ozone layer depletion. Effect of ozone depletion in human: increases the UV radiation, increases the incidence of cataracts and skin cancer. So as the UV radiation is increases, the cataracts in the eye is increases, as well as it causes the skin cancer. Skin cancer is nothing but when UV rays fall on the skin, then it make the irregular cell division and it leads to tumor. It decreases the functioning of the immune system, as well as what happen when the skin cancer and there is a causes of cataracts occur, so it decreases the immune system, protective system in our body. Okay. UV radiation inhibit the photosynthesis in most phytoplankton as it penetrates through the clear open ocean water, so it affects the whole food chain of the organism that depend on the phytoplankton. Phytoplankton is microorganism in the ocean. Okay, so it affect UV radiation also affect the phytoplankton, and because of that reason total food chain is disturbed in the ocean. UV rays may kill the microorganism, decomposer and other useful microbes. It may lead to ecological imbalance. So dear student, decomposer play major role. When any dead bodies are there, that is totally destroyed by the or decomposed by the decomposer. So UV ray destroy the decomposer, and because of that reason what happened, total ecological balance is disturbed. So totally it became a imbalance. Okay, as well as it destroy the some microorganism. Managing the garbage we produce. So we have to manage the garbage. Okay, so we have so many problems are there because of the pollution. In that, waste management is also important topic. Nowadays that is a problem of e-waste. Whatever we are buying, computer, mobiles, or headphone, different electronic materials are there that produce also pollution. So we have to manage the all the type of waste. Okay, industrialization and rise in the demand of the consumer goods have created a major problem in the form of waste, garbage, and it's especially in the urban area. So in the urban area our requirement is more, our comfort level is high, we want the AC, we want the gym, we want to eat the junk food, and because of that reason so much pollution is created and so much waste is created. Okay, we like to use so many mobile, laptops, computer. Okay, we need AC, we need heater. Okay, and because of this hi-fi lifestyle so much pollution is created, so we have to manage the waste. Dear students, there are different methods for the disposal of the waste. Okay, we can dump the waste, as well as we can roll down the bulldozer where the public area is not there. Okay, or we can convert the organic waste into the manure, we can recycle it, or we can reuse it. Okay, so one by one we will learn all the method. The different method of solid waste disposal commonly used around the world are: first is the open dumping, a conventional method in which solid waste are dumped in the selected area of a town. It causes the pollution. So what happened? We collected the waste and then it is dumped into the soil. Okay, so this is the common method, but it causes the pollution. Some radioactive material are there, waste radioactive material are there, they are sealed and they are dumped into the ocean also. Okay, landfillings, waste are dumped in the low living area and are compacted by rolling with the bulldozer. So where low living area are there, public is not that much. Okay, so at that place what happen, the bulldozer is rolled down on the waste and it will be compact down into the soil. Compositing, organic waste are filled into a compost pit. It is then covered with the thin layer of soil. So organic waste are there, like when we eat banana, okay, or where we have the vegetables are there, vegetable waste are there. Okay, so they are dumped into the soil because of the high temperature and pressure. As we dump inside of the pressure and temperature, it convert into the simple organic compound, and that simple organic compound is act as a manure. And if we prepare some nutritive compound by the organic compound, okay, or by the organic waste, that is called the manure. After about 3 months, the same garbage filled inside pit changes into the organic manure. So because of the pressure and temperature, the organic waste is converted into the organic manure. Organic, dear student, you know meaning of organic. The compound which are obtained from the organs of plant or animal. Recycling. The solid waste is broken down into its constituent materials. Okay, so it is break down into its constituent materials. These materials are then used to make the new item. So suppose we have two type of plastics are there, thermoplastic and thermostatic plastic. Okay, so we convert them in such a way that from them only we can make the other plastic. Even non-biodegradable solid waste like plastic and metal can be recycled. Okay, so we can use it for the other purposes. So we can here recycle it. Reuse, a very simple conventional technique of using an item again and again. Okay, for example, paper can be reused for making the envelope, etc. So reusing that, what happens? Suppose we use the paper, now we throw the paper. After that, what happens? That paper can use again and again by making the envelope. Okay, we can take so many examples of the reuse. Okay, so this is all about the today's topic of chapter number 15, our environment. Thank you so much.